Dearly beloved, our friends and loved ones who have left us are not lost. They are just behind the screen of space, in God's light, in His love. Let us at this time be comforted by the reading of the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. The Lord is all fulfillment. All we have will pass away. Every desire we have brings another desire. But when we have the Lord, He casteth away all desires. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. That is, true wisdom gives all satisfaction. He leadeth me beside the still waters of bliss and God communion. He restoreth my soul. When we have God, we have everything, because He is all, and our souls are rays of His presence. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for His name's sake. And yea, though I walk through the valley and shadow of death or change, I will fear no evil. If God is with me, who can be against me? For Thou art with me. Thy rod of discipline and Thy staff of goodwill will comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou preparest a table before me in Thine eternal establishment. And Thou anointest my head with oil. That is, the great oil of spiritual consciousness is with me. My cup runneth over. Every cell of my being vibrates with Thy bliss and Thy presence, Thy love. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. By Thy grace, may we all be consciously one with Thee, eternally one with Thee. At this time, we're going to listen to the playing of a hymn which Dr. Kennell loved very much. It is quite significant, if you listen to the words of the hymn, that it depicted his consciousness which he had, and how he relied on the presence of God with him. The hymn is, "His eye is on the sparrow." Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home, when Jesus is my portion? My constant friend is He. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free, for His eye is on the sparrow. I know He watches me. from Whispers of Eternity by our Master, the poem God, God, God. From the depths of slumber, as I ascend the spiral stairways of wakefulness, I will whisper, God, God, God. Thou art the food, and when I break my fast of nightly separation from thee, I will taste thee and mentally say, God, God, God. No matter where I go, the spotlight of my mind will ever keep turning on thee, and in the battle cry, battled in of activity, my silent war cry will be, God, God, God. When boisterous storms of trial shriek, and when worries howl at me, I will drown their clamor, loudly chanting, God, God, God. When my mind weaves dreams with threads of memories, then on that magic cloth will I emboss God, God, God. Every night, in time of deepest sleep, my peace dreams and calls joy, joy, joy. And my joy comes singing evermore, God, God, God. In waking, eating, working, dreaming, sleeping, serving, meditating, chanting, divinely loving, my soul will constantly hum, unheard by any, God, God, God. There was one chant which Dr. Kennell loved so very much, and it fills us with the great presence of spirit as the Master's poem does, and that is Hymn to Spirit, or Brahmananda. I will play it once on the little organ, and then let us chant it together. If you do not know the words, just hum along. Brahmananda, Hymn to Spirit. 2 Corinthians 4th chapter, the 18th verse, we read, "We look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal." And then in 2 Corinthians 5th chapter, the 1st verse, "For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of God, an house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens." Now those who have been loyal to God, by following the channel which he has sent, the channel of our beloved Master, have their place in that house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. And therefore we can rest assured that God will not refuse our dear brother conscious peace and rest in his presence, in his great ocean of spirit. At this time, I'd like to read a message from our beloved President, Sister Daya, in behalf of the Board of Directors and the members of Self-Realization Fellowship. We deeply mourn the loss of our dear friend, Dr. Lloyd Kennell. Those of us who were privileged to know him as a devotee of this path shall ever cherish within our hearts an affectionate and respectful remembrance of him as an elder brother disciple who sat with us at the feet of our beloved Guruji. From the time he met Paramahansa Yogananda in 1933, Dr. Kennell never wavered in his devotion and loyalty as a beloved disciple of the Master. In the spirit of a true devotee, he manifested his love for God and Guru through many years of selfless service to their work. We can only express in words our appreciation for all that Dr. Kennell did for the Self-Realization Fellowship cause. But we find consolation in contemplating the freedom and bliss he is enjoying in the land of omnipresence through the blessings bestowed by God and Guru. We offer our heartfelt prayers on behalf of Dr. Kennell's dear wife and family. May Divine Mother visit them with her comforting love, for the light of that divine love reveals the unreality of loss and separation by physical death. To our dear brother and friend, Dr. Kennell, we send the love and goodwill of our hearts. We shall sorely miss him. Signed, Sister Di. The separation from our dear Father has now removed our dear one, and he is at peace with him, in his joy, in his bliss. For us, whom Lloyd formed a part of our lives, words are unnecessary, even futile. He was just Lloyd to us, or doctor to us. His kindliness, his quiet humor, his genuineness, his deep understanding in his special calling, his sympathy was a part of our lives. We all realize that it is none other than our one Father who came to us as our Lord, and that he has withdrawn himself into the one ocean of omnipresence. How can our loved one be away from us if we but keep stayed in his presence? Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. Isaiah 26th chapter, 3rd verse. In 1 Corinthians 15th chapter, 58th verse, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. All right, Chuck, you get those flowers from me. Our dear one, follower of self-realization, stand out front, endeavored to express in his life the inner art of living in all ways. Let us all say, who knew him, let us say together, Heavenly Father, we offer unto our dear one the bouquet of our goodwill on his onward journey to thy kingdom. We shall miss him, but we are happy because of his freedom from the travails of life. Goodwill, 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 Dr. Kennell. We offer thee our bouquet of goodwill. May thy soul be one with spirit. Om, peace, bliss. Amen. The white roses represent life in God and the purity of our beloved one's soul. The red roses represent the bouquet of our goodwill. Let us concentrate on these, feeling that you are sending your love to him on his journey in our one home of light, our cosmic home. Dearly beloved, we must not look upon death as a grim ceremony. It is a pension from life, granted by our Father. The wave comes out of the ocean and goes back to the ocean. The wave comes out of the sea and goes back to the sea. The wave of life comes out of the ocean in birth and sleeps again in death. Death is a going back to spirit. And so we should not grieve for our dear doctor, but as friends we shall miss him. As his loved ones, we shall miss him. There was one of Master's poems which Dr. Kennell enjoyed very much. and I've been asked to read it at this time. From Master Songs of the Soul. I am here. I roamed alone by ocean's shore and watched the wrestling, brawling waves did roar, alive with thine own restless life. Thy angry mood and ripply quiver, thy wrathful vastness made me shiver. I turned away with heated strife. A kindly waving tree caught my roving eye so free to comfort me with gentler look sublime that I did feel was mine. I saw the gaugeless mystic sky, and down its valley dark I ran to pry at thee and play with thee. I failed to find thy hiding body, and yet I felt everywhere that thou wert always near, playing at hide and seek with me, receding when I almost touched thee, as to find thee I groped blindfold in ignorant darkness old. I left my search in dim despair. Thou royal sly eluder, in haste I hide away from thee, and I retired within me, when lo, some unseen hand did quickly snatch away the all-black band that did my eyes enfold, that were so numb and cold. And in troth I felt quite keen someone beside me stood unseen and whispered to me cool and clear, "Hello, playmate, I am here." From Master's Whispers of Eternity, from the Astral Ascension Ceremony, a few words. Heavenly Father, the ashes of this soul's mortal garment have gathered around thy marching feet of omnipresence and have become immortal. Now let the fugitive soul from the body cage rest in thy bosom. The body dust commingles with the dust of thy feet, and the soul merges into thy spirit. It is diademed in thy heart. Delusion condensed infinity into the finite body, and now the ashes have released the body into the infinite kingdom. The little earth in the body becomes all matter. The one bucket of body water becomes the many seas. The little bodily spark becomes the cosmic flame. May the wave of this being, after coming out of thy bosom, rest again in the being of thine oceanic bliss, until thou dost permit it to play once more about the surface of thy sea life. We give this body into the altar fire of immortality. Make it immortal. This body now retires from the stage of material life and goes behind the scenes into our astral home until thou requirest the soul to go out to play again. Now it takes a pension after its strenuous work in this office of life. It hides behind the scenes to change its costume of flesh. After long playing in the storm of delusion and desires, the soul now rests in thy sea bosom to be recharged with thy wisdom and cosmic life. The little soul becomes thy great magnanimous spirit. May the withered petals of this life revive into the lotus of immortality. Concentrate. On the flame. Feel yourselves one with the infinite spirit. This flame before you represents the light of his earthly life, which is gradually disappearing, dissolving, and finding its greater existence in the Spirit. Dr. Kennell, may thy soul flame commingle with the cosmic flame. May the light of thy life commingle with the cosmic life and light. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. May the flame of thy life be expanded into the cosmic fire. In the name of the Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, Babaji, Lardy Masha, Sri Yukteswarji, and our Guru Preceptor Paramhansa Yogananda, we, as children of the Father, unite our goodwill with the flame of this life and cast it into the cosmic fire. We rejoice in thy freedom. Om Swaha, Om Swaha, Om Swaha, Om Amen. Om Amen. Thou hast gone into the one home, our common home. We shall meet again in Om of the Cosmic Father when we too are free. We give the bouquet of our goodwill and our bouquet of our love to thee, immortal and free in spirit. Om, Amen. Om, Amen. Goodwill, goodwill, goodwill. We send thee our bouquet of goodwill until we meet again in cosmic freedom. Om, peace, Amen.